It's fair to say that Michael Jackson was both absolutely unstoppable in their heyday. Bad hit the pop scene at the height of Jackson's career, released 5 years after the smashing success of Thriller in 1987, and his seventh studio release is, for some, his greatest achievement. On the back of Jackson's reinvention in a tougher image, the album also pioneered new technology, hopped genres, but fundamentally brought back everything that had made Jackson a household name by '87. Jackson released 9 singles from Bad, between May 1987, I Just Can't Stop Loving You, and July 1989, Liberian Girl, and while the last single failed to chart on the Billboard Top 100, Jackson claimed incredible accolades across the world. Bad held the record for UK #1 singles from an individual album for other 20 years, after 7 of the 9 hit the top of the charts. Considering the level of expectation that came with the album's release on the back of Thriller, Jackson's achievements with the album were astronomical. But what do Michael Jackson's Bad and Katy Perry's Teenage Dream have in common? On the surface, not much. However, they share a chart-topping record that no one else has managed. Only Michael Jackson's Bad and Katy Perry's Teenage Dream have 5 #1 singles. These hits were the soundtrack of their respective decades. Rebecca Black and Katy Perry playing Just Dance. Impressively, both Michael Jackson's Bad and Katy Perry's Teenage Dream managed 5 #1 singles, an otherwise unprecedented feat. The very fact that it only happened twice, 23 years apart, says everything about how much it should be celebrated. Every single hit on Bad is an 80s classic. I Just Can't Stop Loving You is a slow groove that is perfect for a DJ calling all the couple to the dance floor. The Way You Make Me Feel has a classic disco pop feel that hits home for all listeners. Dirty Diana has something for the rock lovers with its ripping guitar solo and intense flying vocal delivery from Jackson. What would this album be without the heartfelt Man in the Mirror? The ballad is moving and withstands the test of time as we all look within and strive to be better people. The song was even nominated 1988's Record of the Year at the Grammys. Parties in the 2000s and 2010s weren't complete without a Katy Perry song. Teenage Dream not only had the teenage love anthem title track but 4 other big hits. California Girls was the song of the summer in 2010. Firework is a ballad with an inspirational flair. The song served as a confidence booster for fans. E.T. was her big love song on the record, all about the all-encompassing feeling of an intoxicating romance. Last Friday Night, TGIF, was the party song of the 2010s, perfectly encapsulating the feeling of a wild night with all of your best friends. Some artists have come close, but haven't matched or surpassed them yet. From George Michael to Usher, no one has matched up. Alicia Keys and Usher dancing in the My Boo music video. The feat of having multiple #1 hits seems to be getting harder over the years as many albums with multiple chart-topping tracks came out in the mid-80s to early 90s. George Michael's Faith boasted 4 #1 singles with Father Figure, One More Try, Monkey, and, of course, Faith. After his successful years with Wham! George Michael became a beloved artist. It was no surprise that his debut record was met with so much love from fans and critics alike when it was released in 1987. Whitney Houston also racked up 4 chart toppers on her incredible self-titled record. The record had the same versatility as Perry and Jackson's records, but her 5th hit, Love Will Save the Day, peaked at number 9. I Wanna Dance with Somebody Who Loves Me and So Emotional are dance bangers to this day. You can't help but sing along and move your feet when you hear these tracks. Didn't We Almost Have It All and Where Do Broken Hearts Go brought the emotion and intensity to this album and charted at number 1. Most recently in 2004, Usher had 4 songs soar on the charts from his album Confessions. Yeah, and My Boo are still club staples that bring everyone to the dance floor 2 decades later. Burn is a classic breakup song overflowing with catharsis. Confessions Part 2 is a song about infidelity that is filled with emotion and a real experience of the song's producer Jermaine Dupri. In the era of streaming services, internet hits, and a fast-paced pop culture cycle, albums have less impact. Artists are also often pushed into a niche that limits their range. It may be a long time before we see another album achieve this feat.